This is a book review of Michelangelo, the complete paintings, sculptures and architecture by the brilliant Taschen Books. I love their work. Bibliotheca Universalis. So it's one of their small volumes, obviously slightly cheaper than the huge, massive ones. I'm certain extremely expensive ones. I love these editions. May they bring out all of their superb volumes in these size editions. I love picking these up because they are just brilliant. However, Frank Zollner, Thoenes, the authors of this brilliant book. There's the back, there's the spine, just going to show you there. And just quickly open the book up so you can see the book opens up quite nicely. It does, of course, unfortunately, fold in on itself. Unfortunately, it doesn't stay open particularly brilliantly. Of course, it's there's glue there, and it's, well, still absolutely fine. I have no problem with that whatsoever. But obviously, the gutter is so if you've got pictures there, you really have to look into the book. Likewise, obviously, when you come to, say, like this one, The Last Judgment. So it's The Last Judgment. Obviously, you've got the problem of the gutter. So you've got some of the characters are really crunched up in the gutter there. Maybe sometimes you think, why can't they just do it that way? Would have made it much easier. Maybe a small. However, doesn't overly worry him. I'm not going to sort of obsess about that it's a bit crammed in the centre. I think every fine detail, it doesn't worry me that way. If I want to get a book, I'd go and buy the really super expensive one, which I can really look. And of course, now with online, you can, of course, just go and look on, say, like Google the images and just zoom in super duper, really, really close up. So it's not such a big deal as it probably was years ago. So, but I still love to have the artwork in these sort of volumes. Online, brilliant, just great for studying things. And of course, you can go off to Florence and whatever and have a look at originals as well. Right. What's in this book? Of course, paintings, sculptures, architecture. And it obviously goes through his life. It's got some career, the start of his career, Florence, Bologna, Rome, breakthrough in Florence. And you've got lots and lots of examples, a lot of, obviously, period detail, the beaches, of course, and obviously some sketches here, a few. Now, this does not include the graphic works. So it has got a few of the sketches and things, but it doesn't really go full on with that sort of material. It is the painting, sculpture and architecture. And you've got some Sistine Chapel, just stunning pictures of, and of course, a lot of detail about that. Got some great close-ups, and I think it's I love these ones where it's really close up. Obviously, you struggle unless you were going to get onto the ceiling and actually look really close up and look at it to see it at that level of detail. So I think it's just brilliant. Creation of Eve, creation of the world, Sistine Chapel, and so on and so on. So you just got some superb artwork, Sistine Chapel, and then you of course got other photos of some architect in Florence. Various other there. Again, Christ is. Oh, there is a nice one. You've got some fold-out pages as well. Sometimes I'm not really keen on these fold-out pages because what I have a tendency they start to end up being damaged. So they're never the best of things. Might be a Christ as judge with Virgin and saints, the angels of the Last Judgment. I love some of these. Actually, look at some of these, and you think yourself, wasn't really particularly completed. It was not, or it was just faded away. Well, I'm not certain the reason actually. I'm certain it probably describes things, but there's some here where it just looks very, very, very faint. You think, But I guess when obviously it's high up, maybe you just can't notice it, or maybe it's just, I don't know. I'm not going to speculate what the reason. I'm certain the art historians will go through it. Minos there, architecture in Rome, and of course lots and lots of great pics of buildings, and obviously lots of sculptures there, late works, and you've also got in the book a catalogue of the sculptures. Catalogue of sculptures, late works there, epilogue, a catalogue of architecture, and I see the paintings as well, catalogue of paintings. So there's a lot of detail, and this is just the great thing about these brilliant books. Also, of course, lots of plans and those sort of things. I think they're always fascinating. Just when you get these sort of lovely showing all the idea of things, because sometimes you can't see that. When you go into a building, you look around, you don't look down at it, you don't see the logic behind structure to it, and so you sort of, and it's actually quite hard actually when you even look at this. You just think, well, I wonder why he then had passageways here, or why the staircase there? Why didn't he put the staircase there, or whatever? I'm certain there was reasons. Maybe some of them practical reasons, of course, that's where it's going to be more than somewhere else. Not an architect. Just as long as they put toilets in, that's all that matters. They probably never did worry about that kind of thing. However, bibliography. And bibliography, lots of pages of bibliography, an index, of course, and now there's some adverts at the back, and this is the one. I love this. These are the books. These are these brilliant, and of course, there's even more than this. It's just a absolutely brilliant. I mean, you can literally go through. I think every one of these books is worth buying. Personally, I think they're just what great paintings say. Bosch, Vermeer. I mean, just glorious. Dali. I've got a few of them. I haven't got all of them, but I do pick them up every here and there. So Paris ones are just brilliant. These are absolutely brilliant volumes. Recently I just got the film noir one, and that's just a great book as well. Graphic Beauty, and this one, Michelangelo, the graphic work. Yeah, that's another book I've got to buy, but we'll get that fairly soon. The Book of Bibles got that one. It's a beautiful book. So Taschen Books. It's got some details there, and that's that. And how many pages? I didn't say any pages. How many pages? So there's about 780 odd pages in this. Brilliant, brilliant collection of Michelangelo, and I just love these volumes.